Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm back with another summer 2024 LEGO Harry Potter review, this time for set number 76439 Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's robes. This set has 744 pieces, 6 great minifigures, and it retails for $90 US. It just released on June 1st, and this is a really exciting set because it's our very first expansion to the minifigure compatible Diagon Alley sets that I guess started last summer with Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Before we get into the review though, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. The Year 1 Diagon Alley version of Harry reappears in this set with that excellent torso print. I really like his face print and his back printing, and he does have an alternate face with a happy expression. It's really nice to see something other than just the usual face print for him. The only other student we get in this set is Padma Patil, one of the few Indian characters at Hogwarts, and as an Indian person myself, I love seeing brown people in LEGO form, so super happy to see her here. I love her face print. I like her torso. I'm sorry, but I can't remember if she's the one in Ravenclaw or Gryffindor, but of course they're not at Hogwarts yet. She does have another smile on the other side, and it is kind of weird that we don't get Ron or Hermione in a set of this size, but it's always great to see other students. Of course, Diagon Alley shops wouldn't be complete without their shopkeepers. This new version of Ollivander looks great. I really like his torso print. At least I think it's new, and I hope it's new. I like his face print too. He does have a little bit of back printing and a scared alternate face, which I think is funny because Harry did mess up a bunch of stuff when he tried casting spells in his shop, right? Without a doubt, Madame Malkin is the best minifigure in this set. I really like her. I don't think she was ever in the movies, so this might be a design like from the theme parks or something, but she has a really nice purple and like lilac skirt color scheme. I like the torso printing with the measuring tape around her neck, and I really like the printing on that skirt piece. Her face print, I believe it's a warm tan headpiece, so yay for more skin color diversity. I really like her face print and love the trans pink like plume in her hat. That is an existing mold. I think it was made for, I forget the professor's name, but the librarian, Madame Pince, I think. She does have back printing for her torso and another slightly smiling face on the back, which also looks great. We finally get something I've always wanted from Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade sets in this one, and that's unnamed characters to populate the street. So this is just a witch. I like her torso print. I think it is new. Her skirt is not printed. You guys know I really prefer it when those pieces are printed, but for unnamed random characters, I don't think it's a big deal. I like the little flower bouquet she's holding, and you'll notice she has like the exact same face print as Madame Malkin. It's just printed onto a light flesh head. So I really like this thing that LEGO's doing with keeping the same print design, but just putting it on different colored heads. I think it's pretty cool. It is kind of weird to get, two people with the same expression in one set, but I just really like the variety it provides. And lastly, you get an unnamed wizard who is in a wheelchair, and this is really interesting because I don't know that we've ever seen a disabled wizard in the Harry Potter franchise. At least I can't think of one off the top of my head, but of course I think it's really great that LEGO represents disabled people in sets, especially like some of the recent city sets, because I think it's a really great teaching opportunity for kids because they, learn about people that are different, they learn just more about the world in general. And from a fan perspective, this wheelchair piece is brand new in reddish brown. I like that implication that it kind of feels like it's made out of wood because it's for a wizard and not, like metal because it's not for a muggle. And I do quite like that torso print as well, although I don't think it's new. And he does have a face that we've seen several times before, but it does have an alternate expression. The build of this set includes both shops and a couple of side builds. So let's go ahead and start with the side builds first. Let me just zoom in on them. First off, we have a little signpost advertising some other places to shop in Diagon Alley. You've got a sign for Gringotts Bank, Quality Quidditch Supplies, and Flourish and Blots. These are all stickers, although I really like the graphic design on them. I think it's kind of weird there's no advertisement for Weasley's Wizard Wheezes or Owl Post, because that is the other Diagon Alley set we have. And I'll do a video in the next day or so showing how all of the sets connect together. But I really hope this is hinting at maybe what we'll see next year, like another $90 or $100 Diagon Alley set. I would love to see a minifigure compatible Gringotts that's, you know, at a lower price point than $400. And the unnamed witch comes with this little flower cart that she's selling flowers from. I really like the different color flowers in this set. You have cool yellow and regular blue, which I don't know if that's like a rare color for the flower piece, but I feel like I never see them in a regular blue color. And this just feels nice because it feels like another little shop, even though it's not like an actual storefront. Real shopping streets have this, you know, like they have kiosks set up between the buildings, so this feels perfect. We'll start with Ollivanders because he does come first in the set name, even though you actually build his shop second. It looks really good from the outside with the black window frames and the trans yellow window panes. These are stickers for the name, but again, they look nice and I feel like they have a little bit more detail than the ones on the larger Diagon Alley set. Of course, this doesn't compare in detail to the larger one. Unfortunately, I can't compare it because Diagon Alley lives at my house in Michigan and I'm in California right now. But I do think the exterior of the shop looks pretty nice. You've got an opening door, of course. You do have like the little window on the second floor. And you do have the all-important Ollivanders sign, and that looks really, really nice. I mean, I love the Ollivanders logo in general. I've been going to Universal Studios Hollywood a lot here in California, so I'm used to seeing Ollivanders like once a month now. And then you do have a little chimney coming out the top. But as you turn this building around, you can see that it is really just a facade. Like, it is 4 bricks thick, or deep, I mean, and that's pretty much it. It does have like these little side walls, but as you can see, they're already kind of moving out, and there's really not a lot of space inside the shop itself. So starting on the ground floor, you do have the moving ladder, which we'll take a look at once we get higher up. And then there is like the little checkout counter. This is easily removable, which is nice because otherwise there's really no room to pose minifigures. It's got like a little flower. I really love this Aqua Minions hair stem piece. Sorry that it's taking a little bit of time to focus. There's a little lamp, and then here's the register. There's no sticker on it or anything, but there is a printed galleon next to it. And sorry, I don't know why the camera is having so much trouble. There we go. There's a better look at the galleon that is returning from the big Gringotts set, so it's really nice to see in a smaller set. You can kind of open up the floor by moving out these sides, and we're definitely going to talk about the new wands, but first I do want to touch on the ladder. The ladder is not very strongly attached, like it's super easy to take out, which is both good and bad. It's good because it gives you easy access to the interior, and it's bad because it does not make moving this along like that fun. It works well enough, but to me it just feels a little bit too rickety. But again, maybe that adds to the vibe because a lot of things in the wizarding world are kind of rickety. But yeah, you can see the dual floor thing is a total like trick from the outside. It's not a 2-story building at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out so we can get a better look. You do have stacks of wands on shelves, but none of them are actual wand box pieces except for one. Everything is just like tiles and jumpers, and so they look really nice, but I think it's super lame that there's only one wand in a box in this entire set. I mean, it's Ollivanders. The place should be crawling with wand boxes. Like, just think about the big Ollivanders in the big Diagon Alley set. That one had so many wand boxes. The wand box piece is really nice. I don't think it's used enough. This one does have Harry's wand inside. I think it was empty in the instructions, and I think I just put an extra one inside. At least I believe so, but maybe don't quote me on that because I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I really want more wand boxes in this area. But luckily we do get plenty of wands because there is a brand new wand pack that has been developed for this set with a bunch of different shapes, as you can see. So actually, I don't know why I zoomed out. You get 2 colors. You get reddish brown and like this medium nougat, but I really want to zero in on the new shapes. So let's actually zoom in even closer. And let me try to bring this closer to the camera. You do have a new snake-headed wand. I'm sure that'll be used for Lucius Malfoy next time he shows up. Then there's like this wand with like a kind of more dramatic hilt. There's this one with a smaller hilt that's not like quite as detailed. And then moving up a level, this is definitely Bellatrix's wand. So I love how specific we're getting. We need it in black for Bellatrix, but that curved hilt of the wand, I mean, I guess handle is a better word than hilt. It's not a sword, but that's definitely Bellatrix's. This one actually reminds me a lot of Hermione's because it's kind of twisty, like all of the vines on her wand. And then this one just kind of has a more rounded end. And then moving up top, I think those are all of the different shapes because then they're just repeated. And these things can actually be removed and then placed on the ground to act as like little wand selling stalls outside of the shop. But yeah, you've just got like a bunch of the same wands up here and then some more at the top. You've got more of the snake-headed ones and then a couple of the more round ones. And you do get all of those same wands in the medium nougat pack. There's 2 of each type, I believe, in each pack, and so they do come all in like they come in a wand pack, like an accessory pack from Ninjago or Superheroes. So you won't find these in sets individually. Any sets that these new wands appear in will appear with like the full range of 6 designs and 2 of each in whatever color they come in. Next up, we have Madame Malkin's, and I really like the color scheme. I think the light bluish gray and then the purple and like lavender, it looks really, really nice and very eye-catching. Zooming in on some of the details, I really like the central window and the shop name, which is a sticker. This little sign above the entryway is a sticker as well, but you can kind of move that in and out. And I like that you can start to see into the shop through those round windows. There's also a lantern on there. And I like the brickwork design. I also like these little like hooded archways, and there's a little like not image, but a little scissors piece, which I guess is another sign like hanging up. And then it does have double doors, which I think is pretty nice on a build this small. And so those doors can just open up pretty easily. And this shop does have much more substantial walls than, not double doors, than Ollivanders. You do have stickers on like these large wall panels, and there are references, to like the Firebolt, and that's like a Hogwarts letter on there. And then on the other side, you've got an ad for school robes. I think I like this sticker better. Official Hogwarts apparel. And then it says fancy hats for fancy witches, which I just think is really funny. And then this is where it'll connect to the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes set too. Madame Malkin's also has a much more substantial interior than Ollivanders. This feels a lot more like a real shop, whereas Ollivanders feels a lot like a facade and just feels really strange to me. I can't quite put my finger on it. But there is one major thing I don't like about this, and that's the huge cutout in the middle of the floor. I don't understand that at all. It does allow like more light to come into the ground floor, and of course it's better for getting your hands in there for play, but I really would have preferred just like an actual full floor on the second level, because this feels really awkward to me and totally limits the playability on that level. You do have another flower in a vase, like there was in Ollivander's place in the window. There's another register, again, like no sticker or anything, but there's another printed galleon. There are some stickers on the walls. They add a lot of detail, but I really feel like some of that could have been brick built. Like instead of using large panel pieces, could we not have had like actual brick building with like tiny little shelves or like tiles or something to represent detail instead of just the stickers? This is a technique that LEGO Friends uses a lot, and I don't love it. First of all, I don't like applying stickers on the inside of large panels. That's annoying to do as an adult and terrible for children. And it's just not as fun as having actual brick-built detailing. Unfortunately, it is the same on the other side where you've got like this purple carpet almost that says Madame Malkin's. And then the stickered lamps really annoy me. Like, we definitely could have had tiny brick-built lamps at this scale. You also have a mannequin at the ground level that's removable. His plinth is supposed to come with him, but I'm just going to show it to you here. It's just wearing like a suit and then a red jacket, and it's got a white head. But of course, this kind of thing is very important for a clothing shop to have, so I'm happy to see it. Going up to the second level, you can also see that Madame Malkin's shop has no roof whatsoever, not even a suggestion of one. I also don't love that. I mean, like, I don't like how these hats are basically sticking out of the shop. I don't need a full roof for sure, but like, some little suggestion of a roof would have been nice to me. There's a fez in a glass case, which I think is kind of hilarious. There's Hogwarts robes, which correctly do not have a house associated with them, so I love that attention to detail. There's a top hat and a little cap piece, which I don't think is super common. I know it was used in this color in a botanical set, but that's just nice to see. I kind of wish they didn't rotate so much. I feel like there was a better way to like display them, but I really love the white mannequin heads. And then in the corner, this is clearly where Madame Malkin works. I was going to say maybe students wouldn't be shopping up here, but no, they would be, because this is where you buy the hats. So this is her sewing machine. It uses like an ice skating piece as like the blade. It's got fabric running down the side and another pair of golden scissors. And I love the colored fabric hanging from like the top rack. And then on the other side, you have capes. So I'm assuming those might be Quidditch capes, because LEGO doesn't really use capes to represent the robes anymore. And of course, you wouldn't have robes this brightly colored. So they have to be for Quidditch. And if you lift those out of the way, you can see more sticker details on the side. But at least this makes more sense because there's not really any room for brick-built detailing because it's so cramped up on this level. There are tons of great extra parts in this set, including like the wheelchair wheel, window pane, scissors, printed galleon, and then a bunch of extra wands, so you can really like stock up Ollivanders even more if you want. The box for this set is one of those like squarish $90 to $100 box sizes. I do like the artwork with like the rest of Diagon Alley in the background. And I am going to kind of have to reach because it's really far away from my camera. Sorry that I jostled it there. But there are minifigures on the top along with a bunch of the accessories that looks really inviting. And then at the back, it does advertise that you can connect this set to Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. And like I said, we'll take a look at that in a separate video. There are 2 instruction manuals for this set, one for each shop. At the back of the Madame Malkin's one, you will find the ad for all the new Hogwarts sets, but strangely, they don't advertise connecting with Weasley's Wizard Wheezes in the manual the way they do on the box. Honestly, I thought I was going to like this set a lot more than I actually do. I think it looks cute on display. I'm excited to connect it to Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, but I'm really let down by certain things. Like, Madame Malkin's has a nice amount of accessories, but the stickers on the walls, like, making up all of the detail on the ground floor is just really disappointing in a $90 set that's meant for ages 8+. I mean, even at that age, I still think that, you know, kids can have a little bit more detail than just stickers all over the walls. And then Ollivanders has some nice brick-built detail with, like, the wand shelves, but there are no wand boxes. Like, the new molds can't even fit in the wand boxes, which does feel kind of, like, weird. I mean, of course, they couldn't have that much detail if they were small enough to fit in the box, but why even have a wand box mold and then introduce wands that are like gigantic and can't fit in them? I really like the new wand molds, but they definitely don't justify the cost of this set to me. $90 is nuts. Like, Ollivanders, I would say, is like a $40 building, and Madame Malkin's is like a $30 building at most. This set really feels like it should have been $70. $80 would have been overpriced. $90 is very overpriced. I don't think it's worth the money at all, to be honest. I do like the builds. I do think there's fun to be had here. I really like the minifigures, but for $90, there should have been more than 6. 6 minifigures is a decent amount for a $90 set, but I just feel like there's not enough to do in this set for that price. I feel like if you bought any other $90 Lego set, you would be able to play a lot more. If this set had Ron and Hermione and Draco, in addition to the existing 6 minifigures, then I think there would be like more fun scenarios that you could play through. But as it stands, I really feel like it's lacking in playability for like a $90 children's playset. And then from an adult collector's perspective, of course the buildings are not going to be detailed enough for someone like me. That's why I have like the big $400 Diagon Alley set. But I still think they could be better. Like, Ollivanders is just way too shallow. There's like not enough floor space in there. The exterior is nice, but it really feels like this set could have been more. And I don't think it lives up to the standard set by Weasley's Wizard Wheezes last year, because that was excellent, I think, as a play-scale Diagon Alley set. So let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.